Peace, peace. I know I look horrible, but I hope it don't keep you from receiving this message. I've been under the weather, so it is what it is. Let's get this message out here. So, remember all of the times our people who love us, the older people, they wanted us to make sure that we were saved because the rapture was coming and some people would be left behind, and we all been trying to get saved all our lives just to make sure that we're in place and ready for this rapture. Well, this is the rapture. Now, the rapture is actually a great awakening of what people are calling it. People are actually stepping into their divine connections. And there has been a major shift in the spirit realm, realm. Things are becoming new. Now, anytime things become new, you have this shifting. With this shifting, there's a lot of shedding, meaning death. People are being shedded, and I don't mean to minimize death to something that's just like, oh, whatever, but people are shedding off. Not to say that how we were taught that those people are bad people, not to say something was wrong with those people because they did not make it over the shift. However, for whatever reason, they did not make it over into the shift. People are going so fast, you don't know who gonna make it into the shift. I could be sitting here making this video and I don't make it over, and not to say that's a bad thing, because we have to understand that the soul simply transitions. The soul just simply transitions, that's all. So we might see these people as they're leaving this world in death. They may be in pain. They may not be breathing well. They may be on these ventilators. And that's not the only way people are dying. COVID is not the only way people are dying right now. If you look around, you'll see people dying all kinds of ways. A lot of that stuff has lost media attention because COVID has taken everybody's media attention. But there's something major going on in the spirit realm. Now, with that and the shedding and everything, we have to keep in mind that when we see these people going through how they going through, dying, how they dying, we can't look at that as a negative thing. We have to simply look at it as the soul is transitioning. Okay, so when the soul transitions, you simply go back to your pure God connection. You simply go back to pure spirit. There is no more physical. And once that person transitions over to the spirit, guess what? It all makes sense to them. They become all God. They become all spirit connected. They lose this physical that worry about things. They lose this physical that's in pain. And yes, it hurts us on this side because we want our people back. We want to see our people. We want to love on our people. We want them in our presence. We want to make them phone calls every day. However, with this shift, a lot of people are going to be hurting because they're not going to be able to do that with their loved ones because they're losing their loved ones. This shift is shedding, okay? Now, what we can do, those of us that are here, those of us that are going over, and I don't mean to say those of us that just to say that I know I'm going over, but those of us that are here, we have to make sure that we're tapping in spiritually. We have to make sure that we're getting our divine connection time. We have to understand that now is the time that our ancestors and the people that came before us were talking about get ready. Now's the time where you sit down and say, God, how can I connect to you more? How can I see things on a bigger scale? How can I stop seeing from the matrix side and start seeing things on a spiritual end? Okay, we have to sit down and get that. And I always tell people, sit down every day in quiet and peace by yourself. Read you some stuff that's spiritual. Connect the spirit through meditation and quiet time, or however you need to do that. But you definitely need to include meditation and quiet time. I say quiet time because I hate to call it meditation because somebody automatically says I can't do that. Nonetheless, those of us that are here, it's time spiritually. It's time to tap in spiritually. It's time to stop worrying about those things that do not matter. It's time to stop worrying about looking good. And I'm not saying that we should look nice. Don't look like I'm looking. However, I am saying it's time to start worrying about those frivolous things, get our God connections in order, and live from that place. Because this shift that's happening is requiring that. It's requiring those awakened people. It's requiring those awakened connections. It's requiring those God connections. It's requiring for you to live with your spirit and not with your physical. And so many of us live with the physical. And so things are shedding, y'all. Things are shedding. And I know it's so harsh. I was just crying a moment ago because a friend of mine is losing her father. She was just told that there's nothing else that they can do for her father. However, when she comes to her senses, I am going to remind her, sis, remember that death is essentially a spiritual transition. You can still connect to your father. It ain't the same as the physical. I know you can't get them hugs. You can't get them phone calls. However, when you really tap in, you can really feel that someone is still around. I lost my sister to a car accident back in 2006. I loved my sister. We was not sisters that grew up in home, 2 different homes and separate and really didn't, know each other. This is my sister I was raised with. And she was killed in a car accident and taken from us suddenly. And when I tell you I have not stopped connecting to my sister since she passed, when they came in and told me that my sister was gone, I immediately, and I didn't know anything about this type of stuff then, I told Spirit, God, at the time, Jesus or whatever I was worshiping at the time, please allow my sister to be my guardian angel. Don't take her all the way from me. Ever since that time, I've been having dreams of my sister. I can have dreams, and my sister always appears in my dreams. She never really says anything, but she always appears. I think that's so beautiful, and a reminder that, Nikki, it's somebody rooting for you in the spirit realm. It's somebody watching over you in the spirit realm. And guess what? She ain't gone, and I encourage you to understand the same thing. So this is the rapture. This is the rapture. And if you sit back and step back and watch, I'm not on no social media right now, but Spirit shows me different things. Spirit got me creating this video right now, but Spirit shows me what I need to see, and I know what's going on. And if you sit back and watch and listen, you can see too. You can understand too. Don't look with your physical, because your physical ain't gonna see it. You got to be looking from the spirit. And those of you who understand what I'm saying, I know you understand what I'm saying, because you're in a place that you can receive it. And if you somebody that just halfway receive it, that's a +2. That's a +2, because you just want to be at a place where you can say, oh, I know what she means. You don't want to be one of those people who like, that don't make no sense. I'm going to click off of this because she ain't making no sense to me, because that means that you are looking from your physical. Peace and blessings. No worries. Live from your spirit. Understand that death is just a spiritual transition. You leave the physical and go back to the spirit, and guess what? That soul lives on. And when you lose your loved ones, simply call upon them. I still need you in my life. Don't leave me completely. I need you to guide me, be my spirit guide, help me through this, but I need you. Don't leave me all the way. You got access to do that. That's how powerful you are. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings manifest with every lesson learned. I don't know why I felt need to say that. Shout out to Erica. But peace and blessings. I love you, and it's okay. The rapture ain't what they taught us. It's okay. It's okay. Even if you don't make it over, even if it's your time to go, it's just our time to go. My soul gonna transition. I love you.